Hi folks, and welcome back to Meaningful Money. Right, still here in the garden of my good friends Caroline and Jeff. Thank you to them for letting me use their lovely space here in the hamlet of Trevorgans, just outside St Buryan, where I live. So it's the third video I've done in this shirt and in my shorts and flip-flops, so you probably need a change really. Plus I'm blending a little bit, green on green, didn't really think that through. So we've talked about getting our starter emergency fund in place. Now we need to deal with debt. Debt is an absolute killer, so we need to get rid of it once and for all. It is possible, would you believe, to go through life without debt. Something I'm still working towards, I should say. So I'm going to talk about how to do that. But before we do, these guys down here in the bottom right, that's Seven Investment Management, who continue to sponsor me here on Meaningful Money, and I'm very grateful to them for doing so. So thank you very much, guys. Debt is a killer. You know, it contributes to divorces, suicides, general sort of money depression, that sort of hanging over you, that cloud hanging over you of debt is just a killer. If you can go through life without it, wouldn't be that fantastic? It just wouldn't that be fantastic? It would. Certainly that's where I'm aiming to get to, not quite there yet. I should say, when we're talking about debt, I'm not yet talking about your mortgage. Okay, that's a whole different level of debt. Right now I'm talking about unsecured debt is its proper name, which is credit cards, store cards, maybe your overdraft, right? We are taught in this country and in the Western world that debt is a fact of life, but it really doesn't need to be. You know, most people need a mortgage to buy a house, but you don't need any other kind of debt. This is going to require a whole different mindset because all your friends, all your family are probably up to their eyeballs in debt to pay for the lifestyle that they're leading. You have to decide whether you're prepared to live a different lifestyle in the short term so that one day you can have the lifestyle without the debt. You know, excess debt particularly is a symptom of a lack of financial control. We've talked about budgeting. That is, you know, once for all saying, I will control where my money goes. I will decide where it goes rather than it just leaving of its own accord every month. So budgeting is about control, and debt is the symptom really of a lack of financial control. You know, even with interest rates as low as they are at the moment, it's August 2012 at the moment, Bank of England base rates have been at 0.5%, historic 300-year lows, and they've been that low for 3 years now. So, but even with interest rates that low, meaning that, you know, loans and stuff are relatively cheap, cash is still better. You know, you're probably still paying 14 or 15% on a good credit card, worse than that on some. You're probably paying 8 to 10% if you've got a personal loan, more than that, possibly in some circumstances. No idea on an overdraft, probably something similar. And yet when you have cash in the bank, you're getting paid for having that. You're not paying anybody else for the privilege. So having that cash in the bank instead of having the debt is just fantastic. What about interest-free credit cards? They may have their place, but the problem with interest-free credit cards is that most people don't pay them off by the time the interest-free period ends. So we're going to deal with your debt once and for all, but the need for it should go without saying. So how do you do it? This is just an intro. I'm going to tell you how to do it next time. I'm going to begin to tell you how to do it next time. So thank you for watching this one. I'll see you next time.